Sup guys, over here with a video regarding Nibiru. Yesterday we got a bunch of information including rewards from the Incentivized Testnet, future campaign, approximate date of launch, all that. So let's dive in, and the links are in description if you want to check something yourself. First we got some stats about the testnet, then the description about the Incentivized Testnet phases. I personally did the first 3 because the last one, trading competition, it was at the time when I was absent. Unfortunately, I missed it. Didn't have the chance to rack up the additional points, but nevertheless. So there was over 44k unique NIBI wallet addresses that participated in the ITN. So I assume that's any wallet that have any amount of points from the tasks. Now into more interesting stuff. Here we have reward allocation. Okay, so if we look at the total tokenomics, we see that 1.5 billion tokens in total, and we also see the unlocks. And so team, seed investors, private round, they all have 1 year cliff. So in the first year we only have unlocks of the community part. However, keep in mind that on launch there's going to be a very small portion of these tokens unlocked, and we can actually calculate the exact amount of tokens that's going to be available on launch, because here it says that total of 7.2 million NIBI tokens will be allocated to the ITN participants, and we got the circulation supply distribution at launch. So 7.2 mil, if that's 13.5%, that means that the total amount of circulating supply at launch is going to be just over 53 million tokens. And so where are these going? So 13.5%, that's rewards for the ITN. Then we have liquidity, almost 30% of the token is going to be liquidity on centralized exchanges. Then there's going to be launch pads on some exchanges. So on launch pad is going to be exactly 2 times of the ITN rewards, so 14.4 million. And then also the same amount, 27%, going to be allocated as retroactive rewards too. Now what does that actually mean? This is campaign that's going to be launched soon, where you can participate, do some tasks, get some tokens from it. And then a small portion of 2.7% goes to ecosystem grants. Well, small relatively, it's not that small. Now going back to the ITN, who is eligible? There are basically like 3 requirements. First, you did the tasks, obviously. Then you registered. You had to register through the Gleam form, and I think that registration was open all the way through. And then you have to be not a resident of any restricted or sanctioned territories. So we got some information from the team on that, because there were a lot of people from Russia and Ukraine participating. If, for example, before the launch, some new restrictions and regulations comes up, things may change, but it looks like now, and based on what Unique said on the Discord, I quote here, things like North Korea and Iran, so we don't go to jail. That's a quote. At least it's how it was translated. It looks like Russia and Ukraine citizens are gonna be fine. Regarding the US, I think it's gonna depend a lot on whether or not this is gonna be the actual KYC. Because on the KYC, this topic is currently neither denied nor confirmed by the team, and I think we're only gonna get the actual answer later, whether or not this is going to be the actual KYC and what platform is going to be used for this KYC, or it's just going to be like you click the checkbox that you are not a resident of these territories. Because for some people it's going to be the difference between being able to claim and not being able to claim. But again, going back to the ITN itself, how can you check the eligibility and your allocation of tokens? There are links here to the Google Drive. You just open it and you can open this Google Doc. In this Google Doc, obviously you can see all the information. If you want to edit this, you need to make a copy. Obviously, you just go here, make a copy, and it's gonna be your copy of the document, and then you can do all sorts of moves to see things better if you want. Now here it says total distribution 7.5. Actually, it's a bit odd because here we had 7.2. If it is 7.5, that means the numbers I previously gave you gotta be a little bit off, but not by much. So obviously you can just use the search function here, paste in your wallet and see whether or not you are eligible for any tokens. You can see how many points you have. If you're an ambassador, you're also gonna get a portion of this pool. There is a 150k tokens pool specifically for ambassadors. This is not taken into account in this part of the table. So this is separate pool. In the event that you registered and you did the task, you participated, but you cannot find your wallet in the list, there is a link in the doc for the Discord message with the instructions what to do. Also, one point to keep in mind here, that the data that you see in this document is not finalized, because again, some people seems to be missing from the table. So if you're gonna see some changes in your allocations, that basically means somebody was added to the table. Okay, so ITN was this pool. What about this pool? So if ITN is 7.5 mil, this pool should be 15, not 14.4. But again, doesn't matter. Quoting from the document, Nibiru is committed to rewarding early contributors while driving fresh eyes to Nibiru. With that, Nibiru is excited to unveil its plans for an interactive, gamified pre-launch campaign. This presents a unique opportunity for early adopters and supporters to participate and earn NIBI tokens, all while engaging with Nibiru's content. Then it says if you registered and participated in the ITN, you are eligible to participate. And last but not least, the launch is expected in February 2024. So we are already at the end pretty much of December. So this pre-launch campaign is probably gonna start soon. So probably within a couple of weeks from now, but we'll see. Yeah, definitely very exciting. Yet another airdrop for Q1 2024. That's all I wanted to cover here. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.